Well, here we go. Welcome to Hellenic Pagans. My name is Evan Rigakis, and I am an administrator in the Facebook discussion group Hellenic Pagans. In this video, I'm going to address Greek paganism for beginners. One of the most frequently asked questions in the group is something along the lines of, I'm new to Hellenism, and how do I start? How do I begin? The fact that somebody has to actually ask the question is really testimony to the condition and the confusion that Hellenic paganism finds itself, and the Hellenic ancient Greek religion, for that matter. But the fact that somebody, especially when you consider the many books that are out there, there are a lot of books out there that talk about the ancient Greek religion, and a lot of people have a lot of views, and there's the evidence of the festivals and stuff like that. Not as well as there's a lot of groups, you know, and they all profess to be following the ancient Greek religion. There's even a group in Greece. Now, this group in Greece, they call themselves Greek nationalists, but they were successful in achieving official recognition by the Greek government for what they call the ethnic religion of Greece, Hellenismos. Okay. Oh yeah, and not to mention all the reconstructionists that are out there, and how they've done the studies. So my question is, so why do people still ask the question? I mean, there's so many sources, but perhaps none of these sources present an actual functioning religion or tradition, whatever you want to call it, with all that we've come to expect and have been taught about what a religion should entail. You know, I mean, asking the question, how do we practice the ancient Greek religion? The answer seems always to come out with, oh, the ancient Greeks, they had a polytheistic religion, so they worshipped many gods. Or I've actually seen comments that are, oh, it's mostly the worship of the gods. Mostly worship? What does that even mean? Mostly worship, and the rest of the time is research? But that can't be all that you do in the religion. I mean, what about I don't know, let's say, don't I need to get baptized or initiated or something to join the religion? I don't know. I don't pretend to be a professor of theology or anything like that, and I don't know how the religion might work, but how do we get married? I mean, is marriage like a somehow part of worshiping the gods? You know, how do we bury our dead? I don't know. You know, all that stuff that, or at least I've been taught to expect from a religion. You know, I keep looking over there, but I should be looking right there. Okay, relax. Okay, sorry. Okay, here we are. Okay, so what, yeah, okay, so what usually happens is people are left to their own ingenuity, really. We bury ourselves in study and research from which we hope to come up with our own way of following the gods of the Greeks. Because we can't actually find a whole religion. We can find plenty of festivals. We can find plenty of, you know, how they worshipped, sort of. But the key is that all that stuff is in their folklore. A lot of it has been published. The stuff that I was able to research was published, but in Greek. I really don't know if the folklore has ever, you know, beyond mythology. We're talking like little regions. They had their own folklore. That's how they pronounce it in English, anyway. But anyways, this is what happened to me. Only I was fortunate enough to live in Greece with firsthand research and come out of it developing the very Hellenic tradition that I've always been looking for. You know, I found and developed the pagan tradition of 8 seasonal festivals, even though the ancient Greeks had only 2 seasons, hot months and cold months. The hot months were ruled by Apollo, and the cold months are ruled by Dionysus. But that's it. But I was able, I developed the 8th seasonal festival is really pagan, because the ancients didn't have the same seasons as we do today. So the 8th seasonal festival came out of the 8 Sabbats of the Wiccans. It's a modern development. So that's why I found, because ancient Greece is just littered with festivals. I mean, these people just loved festivals up the gazoo, really. So I had a lot to choose from, and their calendar is lunar, so I had to figure out its corresponding solar calendar, and I was able to develop these rites, and I called them the rites of Chronos. Chronos, not Chronos. Chronos meaning time. So the rites of the times, in other words. Okay, so I also found, excuse me. I also was able to find, through the folklore, the ancient Greek rite of marriage, as well as other rites and rituals like the funeral rite. I call it the rite of chthonio. Chthonio means underworld. So I called the funeral rite the rite of chthonio. But the funeral rite that I found dates all the way back to Mycenaean times. I mean, Greeks have been burying their dead like this since at least Mycenaean times. Of course, after Christianity and everything like that, the funeral basically was altered and was added to and, Christianized. But if you extract all the Christianity from it, the plague, the sickness, the parrot, and don't get me started. Okay. Anywho, if you extract all the Christianity from it, you're left with the funeral rite the way they Mycenaean times. Can't get better than that. Okay. So I also found and developed the purpose behind how they felt about worship, because worship, the purpose for worship is meant to be for the guidance of the gods on our own personal odyssey of self-discovery. Because no matter what anybody says, the ancient Greek religion was about know thyself. All of this is going to be in the book, by the way, like the rites and the rituals and all that. But that's supposed to be coming out in March. Fingers crossed. Okay. So now the reality is that there are many ways to follow the ancient Greek religion. It really depends on what you personally are looking for from religion. Like ask yourself, what do I want from religion? Why am I doing this? Are you just looking to be part of a community? You can find this. Are you just looking to worship the gods? This you can also find in plenitude. Are you looking in religion for self-discovery, spiritual enlightenment, to better yourself, to connect with spirit and find your own divinity? Well, guess what, my friends? Now you can find this as well in the ancient Greek religion. But that's going to be for another video. But this is how you begin. This is how you begin on Hellenic paganism. It's just it's a crap load of research. Be careful what you research. There are a lot of, most interpretations come from a Christian perspective. Yeah, that's for another video. Okay, so guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope that that helps somewhat. I don't know. If you liked it, give me a comment below and tell me that you want something more. Maybe I can make a part 2 to this video. Okay, so be safe.